Welcome to linear algebra, the linear system. We have interest as 80, and then we have x1 and x2 as exit, and then we have x3 and x4 as exit from C, and then exit also 20. Alright, so we have the nodes. So we have node A, B, and C. Those are the nodes that we be talking about. And from the nodes, we know that we have A. So that's node A. So we have to find the flow in. So what is coming in the node is equal to what is coming out of the node. So flow in is equals to flow out. Okay, so the amount that goes in is the amount that goes out, because there's nothing that stays in the node. Okay, so node A, we have x1 plus x2 that comes in. Okay, so and now x1 and x3 that comes in, and then we have exit there, exit, that's 20. Okay, and then node B, we have x2 only. So x2 comes in, and then what goes out is x3 and x4 from node B. Okay, so x3 plus x4, so that's for node B. And then node C, that's our node C there. Entrance is 80, and then exit is x1 and x2. So 80 exit, which is the flow out. The flow out, which is entrance is 80 and exit is x1 plus x2. And then we have the total. So we need to know the total flow in with the total flow out. So we can see that in there is 80. So we have 80 coming in, and then coming out there is x4 and 80 and 20 actually. So we have x4 and 20. That's what's coming out. And then from there we have to rearrange, so which means we have to rearrange them in the correct order so that we can apply the matrix. So rearrange all the equations. So we have about 4 of them. We have x1 plus x3. So we have x1 there and x3 to give us 20, and then we have x2. So we have x2 there, and then we take is equals to let's take the x3 to the left side. So it's going to be x3 goes to the left, becomes negative, so it's negative x3, and then x4 goes to the left hand side, becomes negative x4. All that equals to 0 because nothing is left. And then second equation will be x1 plus x2 will give us 80. So that's what we put them in according the order. And then the total gives us that x4 is going to be, that's 80 there, and then 20 goes to the left, becomes negative, so it's 80 minus 20 to give us 60. Alright, now we have rearranged them in the correct order. So what is left is we have to put them in matrix format. So the matrix form will be we have x1, x2, x3, x4 to give us constant value, which is constants. We have 20, 0, 8 and 60. So the first one is going to be 1, 20 there. So the remaining parts will be 0. Okay, and then the second part would be that we're done with that. So the second part would be that part, which is x, which is 1, and then that was -1 because we take out the x's, and then that will be -1 also, and that gives us 0. So the remaining portion there would be 0. So the third line there will be, you have 1 there, and then we have 2, 1 also on the x2, and then the constant is 80. So the remaining part will be 0, 0. And the last part we have 1 there, which is equivalent to 60. So that will give us 60. So remaining parts will be 0, 0. And once again, we're going to create a matrix. So that's the matrix. Now we have to reduce the matrix, the row, row elimination. So that's row 1, row 2 there, and then we have row 3, that's row 3, and then that's it. So we have, so you can see that row 1 and 3. So row 1 there we have 1, okay, that's it, 1 0 1 0 20, 1 0 1 0 and 20. And then row 3, in row 3 there we have, because we need to minus and add, so that's going to be minus row 3, and then minus row 3 will be -1. Okay, and that will be -1 also. Okay, and that would be 0 0, and that would be negative, no, not -60. Actually, we have row 1 plus row 3. Our answer should be row, okay, we have 0 there. Okay, that's -1, that's 1, that's 0, negative, yeah, so that's -80. So just erase that, then I put -80 there, and then from there we add the rows together. That's -60 there, and that means we have to update row 3. So row 1 we write it as it is, 1 0 1 0 20, and then row 2 as it is, which is 0 1 -1 -1 0, and then row 3, that's row 3 there. So remember the change with row 3 is 0 -1 1 0 and -60. So that's row 4, that's 0 0 1 60. And then from there, that's our matrix. Okay, so that's our matrix, and then we can see that we have row 2 and row 1, that when they add up together we can eliminate the pivotal point. So row 2 is going to be 0 1 -1 -1 0, and then row 3 we have 0 -1 1 and 0 with -60, and then we add them together. Then we add row 2 plus row 3, and all of that we put it to row 3. Okay, so that's 0 0, that's 0, and that is -1, and that is -60. So from there we have R3 there, so that is 1 0 1 0 2 0, that's row 1, so we're only going to change row 3, and then we have row 2 0 1 -1 -1 0, and then we have row 3 that needs to change, and all of that, the other thing, yeah, 0 0, and then because it's negative, let's divide it by -1. So row 3 by -1 0, and then 0 0, we have -1 divided by -2 square positive, so it's +1 and +60, so 0 +1 and +60. So we already have that on the row 4. So 0 0, 1 60. and then the row 3 and row 4 are similar, so we subtract the other one and we get 0. So it's gonna be row it's row 1 minus row 4. No, it has to be row that's 1001. It's supposed to be row 3 minus row 4, that minus that, and then we all put that to row 4 because it's gonna give us 0. So we have row 1 0 1 0 2 0, and that's 0. That's row 2 1 negative 1 negative 1 0, and then we have 0 0 0 1 0, 160 actually, and then we have 0 0 0. So when the rows are the same, the last one will be 0. Okay, so now what we have there and there, so we can see the row 1 and row 2, but also we have row 2 and row 3. Okay, so we have row 1 and row 2. Let's use row 2. Row 2 and row 3. So row 2 then, so row 2 is going to be 0 1 negative 1 negative 1 0, and then we have row 3, which is going to be 0. That's supposed to be 0. Okay, so it's gonna be 0. It's gonna be 0 0 1 60, and remember we're just adding them together, so it's gonna be row 2 plus row 3. All that we put it in row 3, so that we have 0 0. Row 3, so put it in row, I think row 2. Okay, so row 3. It's supposed to be row 2 because it's the same thing. If you put it in row 3, we need to put it back to row 2. So there we have 1 0 1 0 20, and then we have 0 1 negative. Let me double check. Supposed to put it on row 2 just to make it, so that's gonna be row 2 there. Okay, it's going to be our answer, we put it on row 2. Okay, so that we leave row 3 intact, so that they can fall in good order. So 0 1 negative 1 0 and 60. So we have 1 0 1 0 20, and then we have that one there in the row 2, and then we have 0 1 negative 1 0 60, and then row 3 we have 0 0 0 1 6 0, and then row 4 0 0 0 0. So we're going to find that's x1 x2 x3 x4 and constant. Okay, so that's the equal sign constant, and we're gonna say x1 is going to be 20 minus x3, and then we have x2, which is going to be 60 plus x3, and then that is x1 there, x2 there, x4. So we don't have x3, so x3 is free variable. So because it's free, which means we have x3 is free there, so that's free, and then x4 is going to be 60. Okay, so free, we put any value that we want, and looking there we have x1 and then we have x3 non-negative, so which means there and there should add up to give you 20. Now that means x1 is cannot be negative, so which means cannot go beyond 0. So 0 is the minimum we can give for x1. Okay, cannot be negative. So because it cannot be negative, then we check in the equation 1 there. That's our equation. We take an x3 to that side, so it's x1 plus x3 to give us 20. And then let's make x 0, and then x3 is going to be 20. So because it can't be negative, so the minimum amount it can have is 0. Okay, so imagine nothing is flowing from that side, then everything is flowing from x3. So x3 is going to be 20, and that's our max value. So this is your tutor Black Adam. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to follow, subscribe. Any comments, please leave below.